Hello, I'm Pan. Okay, welcome to Enterprise Notebook. So I'm going to do something different today. Okay, there was an article today on Channel News Asia regarding the future of the departmental store within the Singapore retail shopping center model. Okay, and before I go further, I would like to remind viewers that I'm from Singapore, and a lot of the business news and examples that I use here should be taken in the context of the business and social political environment in Singapore. Okay, so the article was made by Xin Tianfu and Lau Li Ming from NUS, the Institute of Real Estate and Urban Studies. So the article stemmed from the recent closure of Robinson's departmental store. To give non-Singaporeans a context, Robinson's is a major departmental store in Singapore, and it closed in October 2020. At the time of its closing, Robinson has had 122 years of operations in Singapore. Of course, the Black Swan event, the COVID situation in Singapore, greatly accelerated the process of Robinson's demise. But this particular Black Swan event aside, right, Robinson's has already been operating at a loss, right, since 2014, as far as I know. Okay, what the commentary focused on, okay, is not Robinson's itself, but on the circumstance surrounding the departmental store business in Singapore today. Okay, first, they broke down the impact of COVID on the retail industry, and this part I completely agree. The gist is that COVID is a short-term disruption. Okay, I agree. Second, they said that they asked whether we have too much retail space in Singapore, and they backed it up with a lot of research and numbers, okay, to compare Singapore's shopping space, amount of shopping space per capita, to other countries around the world. Okay, this is a point which I agree on. Of course, there's some cultural differences because of the different cultural subtext between Singapore and other countries in the world. But even considering the cultural subtext, I don't believe the conclusion will be different. So I do agree with them on that, is that the Singapore's retail space is not excessive. Okay, it's not excessive. Okay, thirdly, they mentioned, okay, whether e-commerce is a culprit that is chipping away at retail revenue. So they did mention that front-end e-commerce has actually not really changed consumer behavior. Okay, what has really changed is back-end e-commerce. What they mean is that front-end e-commerce is how when you go, the ease of buying, the ease of going online to buy things, the interface, platform, all these things. The back-end means delivery. Okay, how basically is delivery timing. So the improvements in delivery timing is what really driving the change in consumer behavior towards more online-based buying. Okay, so this one I agree as well. Okay, lastly, they also question the relevancy of departmental stores in today's retail climate in Singapore. They also ask whether landlords have the appetite to stomach new rental models. Okay, for people not familiar, right, the shopping malls in Singapore usually operate on a fixed rental plus percentage of revenue model. Okay, so to give an example, let's say you want to rent 500 square feet of space in Plaza Singapura. Okay, the rental is usually structured like, let's say, 20k minimum. Okay, so let's say your sales this month in Plaza Sing is 10,000. Your rental for this month is still 20,000, even though you only have 10k sales. But let's say you have a good month, you have 100k sales in Plaza Sing this month. Okay, your rental is still at 20,000k, 20k, not 20,000k, 20k. But suddenly, for whatever reason, you had an explosion in sales. Let's say this month you had 1 million sales within your 500 square feet space in Plaza Sing. Your retail rent will actually jump up to 200k. Okay, so this is what I mean when I say retail rental model is a mix of fixed and variable revenue. Okay, so this is where my opinion actually differs from the writers, because they actually advocated for landlords and tenants to work together so that people will go back to retail stores, and landlords can orientate rents towards an omni-channel model. Okay, omni-channel meaning rental not just from that 500 square feet in Plaza Sing itself, but also online, what they do online. Okay, personally, to not go into details, I'm sure I am quite sure that this is very hard to achieve, my personal opinion. Okay, landlords and tenants, right, inherently have a conflict of interest. So landlords always want the highest possible rent, while the tenants always want to pay the least amount of rent as possible. Okay, so if I were the landlord, ideally, right, I would want to charge you rent, right, even if your sale wasn't made within my shopping mall itself. And if I were the tenant, right, I would report all sales, right, as being made outside the shopping mall. So even if, let's say, I have a customer who is physically inside the mall now, I would actually encourage the customer, okay, to just go online, okay, buy the thing, whatever, make the purchase online. Then I personally physically give you the product and you just take and go. I'll treat this sale as being an online sale. Okay, if I were the tenant, right, this is what I would do. Okay, so this is so inherently, right, they are the tenant and the landlord is already, they are already going in a different direction. So I think it's quite impossible to make them come together, have common go forward in a common how do you say, common angle. So I do not have a solution to this problem. Okay, the resolution, right, to this problem also belongs to the realm of mathematicians and economists, and I believe whoever can come up with the correct, perfect economical solution to this problem, right, deserves a Nobel Prize. Okay, but what I do know is that the current percentage revenue based model that shopping centers are charging as rental effectively eliminates certain products from being feasible in a shopping mall. Okay, for example, there are a lot of categories of products, right, where they are base gross profit margin runs below 20%. Okay, a very obvious example is groceries. Okay, I also understand, right, certain anchor tenants like supermarkets have an exemption, okay, are exempted from this 20% gross revenue rule. But this gross revenue rule, I think, is still a big reason why the tenant mix in most shopping centers, right, are more or less similar. Okay, because really certain things are already a big chunk of products or items that can be sold, right, already eliminated from supermarkets, because they need to be at least 20% profit margin, profit difference. Okay, so the article also mentioned CapitaLand context again. CapitaLand is the biggest retail shopping mall landlord in Singapore. So the article mentioned CapitaLand working with their tenants to come up with e-commerce platform to drive online sales for their existing tenants. I feel that it is foolhardy to go against e-commerce giants like Lazada, Amazon, and Shopee in Singapore. Why? Because, right, these e-commerce giants, right, are too good at what they do. Okay, their specialty is programming. Their specialty is doing e-commerce, e-commerce interface platform, driving online sales on their platform, okay, and driving customers, attracting customers, shoppers to their platform. CapitaLand's specialties is in managing shopping malls, managing retail spaces. You see, so CapitaLand is the David in this case, okay, and e-commerce giants are the Goliath, and I feel that this is a battle that David will never win Goliath. Okay, so what I feel that shopping malls can do is to make its own shopping experience, right, as seamless as possible. Okay, for example, what I mean is that, let's say if I want to spend my afternoon at Plaza Sing, okay, the shopping mall's website should be able to help me to book movie tickets, help me to book my hairstylist, okay, help me to reserve seats at the restaurant, at the same time give me discount coupons for stores, okay, within Plaza Sing, and all this should be done within one interface. So right now it's still very fragmented. Booking of cinema is one website, okay, booking of hairstylist is one website, booking restaurant is another app, discount coupons another app. So that if they can be done seamlessly within one interface, right, it will be best. Okay, this is what I can really this is what I feel that CapitaLand can capitalize on. Pardon the pun. So visitors, right, okay, in my opinion, right, shopping malls, like, should see themselves, right, not as a place where people go there to buy goods and services, to buy products, okay. They should see themselves as more as a place where people go there for experiences, okay. Shopping malls should not look at customers, visitors, right, coming to a shopping mall, right, should not be viewed as customers to buy goods. So visitors coming to a shopping mall, right, should be viewed as tourists, okay, coming to experience a place, okay. And if shopping malls, landlords, right, are able to give these visitors, these tourists, an enjoyable experience, right, this experience is something that e-commerce giants cannot replicate. And this experience, right, is the slingshot that gives the Davids a chance against the Goliaths. Okay, so today's video is different. Okay, I'm not talking about my own business for once. My interest is really in business. That's why when I see articles like this, I'm very intrigued, and also want to find out more about industries and companies which are not within my own industries, and what I'm doing personally for my own business. So thank you to everybody watching. Okay, disclaimer, I'm uneducated, I'm illiterate, and the opinion expressed in this video, right, should not be taken as gospel. So with that, I would like to thank everyone for joining me again today. My name is Pan. You are watching my Enterprise Notebook, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.